In this video, we will be discussing about the different layers of retina, starting out with the important cells present in these layers and their functions. So starting from outside to inside, that is from the choroidal side towards the vitreous, we have retinal pigment epithelium, which is also the outermost layer of retina. Then we have three main types of cells, that is photoreceptor cells, then bipolar cells, and then ganglion cells in the next 9 layers of retina. So the light which falls on the retina is absorbed by the retinal pigment epithelium. This absorbed light is converted into electrical signals by the photoreceptor cells. Then the bipolar cells relay these electrical signals to the ganglion cells. And the axons of the ganglion cells, which is nothing but the nerve fiber layer, they constitute the optic nerve. So the photoreceptor cells are the first order neurons, and then we have the bipolar cells, which are nothing but the second order neurons. Then the ganglion cell layers, they are the third order neurons. The axons of the ganglion cells, they go till the lateral geniculate body as the optic nerve, optic chiasm, and the optic tract. And from the lateral geniculate body, the fourth order neurons, they arise as the optic radiations and they relay in the visual cortex. So coming to the 10 layers of retina, we have retinal pigment epithelium, and then we have the photoreceptor layer, which is the photoreceptor parts of the photoreceptor cells, that is rods and cones. Then we have the external limiting membrane. Then comes the outer nuclear layer, which has the nuclei of the rods and cones, that is photoreceptor cells. Then we have the outer plexiform layer, which has the axons of the photoreceptor cells and the dendrites of the bipolar cells. Then comes the inner nuclear layer, which has the nuclei of the bipolar cells. And then inner plexiform layer, which contains the axons of the bipolar cells and the dendrites of the ganglion cells. Then we have the ganglion cell layer itself, which contains the nuclei of the ganglion cells. And then nerve fiber layer, which is the collection of axons of the ganglion cells, which continue as the optic nerve. And then the innermost layer, which is the internal limiting membrane. And to remember the layers of retina, the outermost layer is retinal pigment epithelium, that is R, P, and E. And the outer three layers are also R, P, and E. Then we have outer, and inner, that is O, I. And then we have GA of ganglion, then N and I, Gani. So I have a friend Ganesh and we all call him Gani. So the way I remember is OI Gani, that is OOIIGANI, OI Gani. I know it doesn't work for everybody, but honestly, if you have understood everything that we have discussed so far, then you don't need any mnemonic to remember. Finally, a few points about the blood supply of retina. So the outer four layers of retina are avascular and they derive their oxygen and nutrients through diffusion from the choroid. And the choroid is supplied by the short posterior ciliary artery. So we can say that the outer four layers of retina are indirectly supplied by the short posterior ciliary artery. And then we have the inner 6 layers of retina, which are supplied by the central retinal artery. So a quick recap of the layers of retina. We have retinal pigment epithelium, photoreceptor layer, external limiting membrane, outer nuclear layer, outer plexiform layer, inner nuclear layer, inner plexiform layer, ganglion cell layer, nerve fiber layer, and internal limiting membrane. Thank you.